The wind whispers many secrets in the desert, it tells of forgotten cities swallowed by sand, it sings of ancient kings and their boundless greed, and it carries a warning, a legend whispered from nomad to nomad: beware the cursed beads of Ayodele. These were no ordinary beads. They were said to shimmer with an unnatural light, each one a different color of the rainbow. Legend claimed they held the trapped souls of 7 powerful sorcerers, tricked and bound by the cunning sorcerer Ayodele. It was said that Ayodele, driven by envy and ambition, desired the sorcerer's power for himself. He lured them into a trap, a grand feast under the pretense of unity, but in their food, he slipped a powerful sleeping potion. With the sorcerers unconscious, Ayodele bound their powers within 7 enchanted beads. He planned to absorb their might, to become the most powerful sorcerer the world had ever seen. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. The desert sun beat down on the small mud brick hut. Inside, a young weaver named Zara worked diligently. Her nimble fingers flew across the loom, weaving vibrant patterns inspired by the desert around her. Zara was known for her beautiful tapestries, each one a story woven in thread. One day, while gathering reeds for dyeing near a dried-up oasis, Zara stumbled upon something buried in the sand. It was a small, ornate wooden box, its surface etched with strange symbols. Curiosity bubbled inside her. With trembling hands, Zara lifted the box and blew away the dust. As she creaked open the lid, a gasp escaped her lips. Nestled inside on a bed of faded velvet lay 7 beads. Each one shimmered with a different color, just like in the legend: ruby red, sapphire blue, emerald green, sunstone yellow, amethyst purple, onyx black, and pearl white. They were captivating. Unbeknownst to Zara, the legend of the beads held a dark truth. Ayodele's plan to steal the sorcerer's powers had backfired. Instead of absorbing their might, he was cursed. The beads, imbued with the sorcerer's trapped essences, became vessels of misfortune. Each bead embodied a different aspect of the curse: misfortune, illness, isolation, fear, despair, anger, and greed. To possess the beads was to invite their insidious influence into your life, to be slowly consumed by their dark magic. As Zara marveled at the beads, unaware of the danger they represented, a cold presence began to coil around her. The air grew heavy, and the shadows in the hut seemed to twist and writhe. Ayodele's vengeful spirit, bound to the beads, had awakened. He whispered to Zara from the shadows, his voice a raspy echo in her mind. He promised her power, wealth, and anything her heart desired in exchange for one thing: to help him break free from his prison. Despite the growing unease that gnawed at her, Zara couldn't bring herself to discard the beads. Their beauty held a strange allure. She decided to seek answers from the village elder, a wise woman named Oma. Oma, with her knowledge of ancient lore, might know something about the mysterious beads. Oma, upon seeing the beads, paled. She recognized them instantly from the whispered legends. With a heavy heart, she explained the curse to Zara, revealing the danger the young weaver had stumbled upon. Zara was horrified. She had unwittingly invited a terrible curse into her life, but Oma also offered a glimmer of hope. She spoke of an ancient ritual, a way to break the curse and free the trapped sorcerers. It wouldn't be easy. The ritual required finding 7 sacred artifacts, each one tied to a different sorcerer, scattered across the vast and unforgiving desert. Section 5. The Weight of Whispers. Zara, armed with Oma's guidance and a map drawn from ancient stories, embarked on her perilous quest. She braved scorching sun and sandstorms, her resolve fueled by a mix of fear and determination. She was determined to break the curse, not just for herself but for the trapped sorcerers and the safety of everyone. Ayodele's presence was a constant torment. He whispered temptations, trying to exploit Zara's anxieties and desires. He promised her an easier path, a life of comfort and power, if only she would release him. But Zara clung to Oma's words, reminding herself that Ayodele was a trickster, a master manipulator. As she journeyed, each bead began to reflect its curse in the real world. Zara found herself plagued by misfortune. Her loom malfunctioned, her crops withered, and a strange illness swept through her village. The villagers, once friendly, now eyed her with suspicion and fear, whispering about the cursed weaver. Deep in the heart of the desert, Zara encountered a weathered hunter named Jabari. He was famed for his tracking skills and his deep connection to the desert. He listened intently as Zara shared her tale, his gaze unwavering as he studied the shimmering beads in her hand. Jabari revealed that he knew of the beads and the curse they carried. He had even encountered their influence firsthand when a string of misfortunes befell his tribe after his brother discovered one of the beads, the onyx black one, years ago. He agreed to help Zara not just out of compassion but because he saw this as a chance to right his brother's mistake. However, he warned her that breaking the curse wouldn't be easy. It would require sacrifice, courage, and a willingness to face her deepest fears. Jabari, a skilled tracker and survivalist, became Zara's guide and protector. He knew the desert like the back of his hand, and could navigate its treacherous dunes and hidden dangers with ease. He taught Zara the ways of the desert, how to read the stars, and how to survive on its meager offerings. After weeks of hardship and harrowing encounters, guided by the map and Jabari's knowledge, Zara managed to find all 7 artifacts. Each one was found at a location imbued with the essence of the trapped sorcerers, their lingering magic resonating with the beads. Now the most challenging part remained: the ritual. Oma had entrusted Zara with a scroll detailing the complex steps. It involved arranging the artifacts in a specific order around a site of power, then channeling the energy of the beads through them under the light of a full moon. The air crackled with anticipation as Zara and Jabari reached the designated location, a hidden oasis nestled within a towering rock formation shaped like a giant hand reaching for the sky. It was a place of powerful ancient magic, a fitting stage for their final confrontation with Ayodele. As the full moon bathed the oasis in its silvery light, Zara and Jabari meticulously arranged the artifacts. The air grew heavy with magic, the beads pulsing in sync with the rhythm of Zara's increasingly frantic heartbeat. As Zara began the ritual, reciting the incantation passed down by Oma, the beads pulsed with blinding light. The ground trembled, and a vortex of swirling sand and energy erupted from the center of the artifacts, pulling Zara into its heart. Ayodele's spectral form materialized before her, more terrifying than she could have imagined. Wreathed in shadows and crackling energy, he towered over her, his eyes burning with centuries of resentment and rage. He lashed out, determined to break free from his prison. He taunted Zara, reminding her of the misfortunes that had plagued her and her village since she'd acquired the beads. He offered her a final choice: join him, rule by his side, and escape the suffering he'd inflicted upon her. Zara, though afraid, stood her ground. She realized that Ayodele fed on fear, on despair. She had come too far, endured too much to let him win. She understood now that the true test wasn't just finding the artifacts, but confronting the darkness that Ayodele used to manipulate her. In a voice filled with newfound strength, Zara declared, "I choose hope. I choose freedom. For you, for me, for everyone you've cursed." Drawing upon the strength of her convictions and fueled by the magic of the artifacts, Zara poured all her willpower into the final words of the incantation. The beads, unable to withstand the combined force of Zara's resolve and the ancient magic, shattered. Ayodele let out a deafening roar as his form fractured and dissipated, his prison finally broken. The shadowy tendrils of his magic receded, releasing their grip on the oasis. In their place, 7 beams of colored light shot skyward, forming fleeting shapes of the sorcerers before fading into the night. The curse was broken. Zara, exhausted but exhilarated, collapsed to her knees. Jabari rushed to her side, relief washing over his weathered features. The ordeal had taken a toll on them both, but they had triumphed. The desert, no longer shrouded in Ayodele's malevolence, felt lighter somehow. As the first rays of dawn painted the sky, Zara and Jabari stood at the heart of the oasis. The legend of the Cursed Beads of Ayodele would live on, but so would the tale of their undoing. It would be a story whispered on the wind, a testament to the power of courage, compassion, and the unwavering belief in hope, even in the face of overwhelming darkness.